Hello again, YouTube. Aloha from Hawaii. In this video, I'll be responding to comments that have been left by a certain user, I'm not going to give his name, on a previous video that I made entitled Whale Wars Idiots. Now, if you watch this video, you'll notice that not once in the video did I say I was for the whalers or against the whalers, or if I was for the activists or against the activists. That's not what this video I made was about. What the video was about was idiotic moves that are made on this television series, Whale Wars. That's what the whole thing was about. Well, anytime anyone voices their opinion on something like this, there's always going to be someone like this guy that jumps up and tries to, well, the laws say this and the laws say that. One of the things that he said was that Pete Bethune boarding this vessel, the Japanese vessel, was legal, and that the Japanese are notorious for making up laws. Well, if this is so true, then why was Pete Bethune arrested, taken back to Japan, tried, and sentenced? Can you answer that question? Okay, now moving on. Another thing that he goes on to say is that I basically lied about the Addie Gale not being refueled, and that he's saying that the Steve Irwin, Bob Barker basically was going to come around and they were about to refuel the Addie Gale. No, that's not what happened. As I stated in my last video, the Bob Barker left the Addie Gale there. This was their plan, okay, before they got, smashed, was to leave the Addie Gale there for 3 days, dead in the water for 3 days, and then basically they're going to be sitting there dead in the water for 3 days waiting for the sister ship, the Steve Irwin, to come and refuel them. The reason for this being that the activists want to be able to stay on the trail of the Nishin Maru. Well, if you're going to go ahead and say I'm lying and all this stuff, here's the proof for you, buddy. Right at you, pal.
Although the Nishin Maru was not disabled by the prop valor, it is now moving slower than the Bob Barker.
We've got just enough fuel to watch you guys come by, and hopefully you guys can have some success against these guys. The fleet, I was done. I had no more fuel to spend on them. My idea was to say goodbye to the Bob Barker, and we just sit here and wait for the Steve Irwin to come and refuel us.
The Bob Barker can't risk losing position on the factory ship, so they will not stop to refuel the Addie Gale. Now, Captain Pete Bethune and his crew must wait dead in the water for the Steve Irwin to arrive in 3 days.
This boat is extremely fragile, and if you're dead in the water, you're in big trouble in these waters, and with no one here to support us, a lot of potential there for damage and problems. The harpoon...
After being passed by 2 harpoon ships, the Addie Gale's crew comes out on deck to say their final goodbyes to the Bob Barker.
The crew of Addie Gale did a great job. The Addie Gale essentially came in to save the day.
So good to see our buddy.
I think seeing the Addie Gale engage in Maru just reaffirmed for me why the Addie Gale is one of our most effective tools down here. I was even convinced that the Addie Gale may very well be the ship that could end whaling down here.
We see them. Okay, this anyway, we're going to save our fuel, eh? Yeah. We just reach in and tell them to stop now. See you later, guys! Good luck! Come on, hey! Well, team. Good evening. Whoa. Whoa.
Did you just get hit?
He hit it?
They hit the hull?
I can't see. I can't really see what's going on. I hit him. Get some binoculars. Get some binoculars. She's got her water cannon going.
Now, where in the video did the Bob Barker attempt to refuel the Addie Gale? Because from what I saw, they were attempting to leave them there, just as I said in my previous video, dead in the water for 3 days. Just as I said in my last video, and you said that I totally lied about. And just as I said in the video, after they said goodbye, they waved goodbye, you saw that, they waved goodbye, then they got struck by the Japanese ship. I mean, I will admit, the Japanese ship, to me, it looked like they intentionally rammed them. No doubt about that. But that's not what it was about. It was about idiotic moves like that. Enjoy watching that. Moves that the crew members have made. I wasn't trying to say, oh, you know, that they should be doing this or they shouldn't be doing that. That's not the point here. I was just saying that's funny stuff. That was the whole thing behind it. This is Hot Stepper 808, just clearing things up. Aloha from Hawaii. Peace to everyone.